Hmm. 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 Oh, what now? Okay, great. Hmm. Yikes. Whoa. Really? Really? Hmm. How's this sound? Really? Ah! Oh, so cute. Of course the oil is fucked up. I'm trying to run this thing into the ground. Hi, sweetie. Trouble. Oh no. Ah. Oh no. Whatever are we gonna do about this right here? Completely lost the pack. Wait. Oh, well. Gran Turismo. Yikes. And then what? Oh no. Yikes. Oh no. No, this isn't. a winnable race with this car. Like, it's not the time of day or the right car. And then I got the wrong, well, not the wrong one. But I knew I was gonna freaking have no chance against. Right the front attack that I had at the beginning of the race. And it's one of the best tracks in the game, but it's one of the ones that runs at its own friggin' thing. Like, how can I say this? There are, okay, obviously. Right, there are tracks that run more than others because they're real tracks, because they're fake tracks, because they're made for the game, but they're not in real life. However, right, because the game is a lot of people's job, some of the tracks are, you know, kind of like more serious than others. Not because they're real tracks in real life, but because there's only so many people working on them at any given point in time. And it's all programming and cameras and microphones and sensors and data. So it just adds up to what it adds up to, since they have to talk to whoever's in charge or whoever can do the math for it, or drive the car in the bit of real life where it adds up to a track in the game, if that makes sense. So the cars, like for this track, I don't remember what they said, one of the original tracks or a real life track, but regardless, they go every part of the track at a time, and then they can't in real life, so they just have like a little bit of space of it in real life, and then they just have like data for it. Right, which doesn't matter much unless you have someone with like pen and paper who adds that up in like, you know, programming, because it's still just computers. Yikes. Alsace. Why you do this? Oh no! Throw a ball. One person over there. All of a sudden over here. One person over, normal person. Ow. Right. Very funny. Very funny. Yikes. So then that was it. I lost the pack right then and there. Okay, so I could race this again. Right, okay. I would like to believe in mid-rear and rear cars, but I just cannot. Right. I should probably go through it. Because it barely makes any sense to me. Like, I don't get how... Okay, not that I'm the best driver in the world. Go us, E18. But I just... And not to shoot my own horn, blow smoke on my own ass. It is impressive as I learn into it all. Go Japan. Power Rangers, Godzilla, Digimon. Right. Samurai Champloo. Afro Samurai. Kamen Rider. Go figure. Yikes. Of course, now I've done Bleach. One Piece. Ghost in the Shell. The animated series, by the way. The movies aren't anything much other than to get you into the door, but other than that, no disrespect in the major, please. Behave yourselves. Horny little monsters. Good God. It's like you're almost not even allowed to freaking just mature and grow up and not just be your genitals. Or your friggin' presentation, right? So, what are you gonna do for show and tell? I'm gonna play the guitar. So, what are you gonna do for show and tell? I'm gonna memorize a speech. What do you want? Some monologue. So, what are you gonna do for show and tell? Nothing. Leave me alone. Gross. Signs of life, vital signs. Type of thing that encourages fucking messed up behaving. Feeling good about yourself. Like there are actual things to live for. Sorry. My sarcasm shows itself. I'm gonna go to hell. And jail. At first I thought, maybe this isn't the car for this track, but then after looking at my messing up, I was like, oh, I just lost the race. Did I have any other show and tells? I don't think so. Well, I did the monologue twice. Two different monologues. I'm not about to get into it. Just leave me alone. Gross. Very funny. Fuck, we're in trouble. Yikes. So proud of me. Why would I be proud of you? You'll be proud of yourself first, after me. Pros. Go us, J-Team. Ah, let's try this again with a different lineup, since for a roll of the friggin' in fine weather. Ah. Translate, Dada, Mama. School's trouble. Nobody likes me. Don't leave me alone. Independent reading. Study. Break time. The good stuff. Again. What else is there? I write about what I read, and I read about what I write. Big important person. I mean, normal person and a normal person. Oh, that's gross. Oh my god. It just goes out right then and there. Go figure. Yikes. Right. So I do have no chance against this race. Never mind then. Fun though. Or it's definitely for... Yikes. What do we got? Yikes. Customize. At Red Bull. Driving Trail. Or Lago Major. Barcelona. Huh. Alright, let's get back to what I was saying. And I forgot. Oh, I don't have all my... Ah, fuck. They got me anyway. Let's see if the fucking card collection says what I have. Let's go by year, 1950. Let me see now. Right. Not the Unimog, not the RA272, S800, RA, right. 2000, Charger, right. The Stingray is a step up, right. And then the Mustang Boss, and then the Camaro, and then most of these, right. And then the Skyline from the 70s, and then, right, the DS, right, from the 70s as well. Challenger, I don't know much, so I can't remember, but it's one of those, right? Muscle cars from back then. It tracks as a Stingray, or rather, follows the Stingray. And then I think 71 GTV 4 365, and then that's it, maybe, probably. DA 110 from 72, the Stratos, and then 73, Skyline, and then the 308, and then the 512, and then the R5 from 1980, and the Merak, and then probably the 81 911 or 911 Turbo, and then the Golf GTI from 83. Not a big Corolla 11 or Sprinter Toronto thing person. Then the A112 Abarth, the R4 GTL, maybe, probably. All these track, like, may probably. Not into rally that much. Okay, now I drop off this. I don't do 1987. 1988 Turbo, Supra, 205 GTI from 88. The Unos, right? Uh, maybe the Corvette from 89. And I drop off again. The R32, right, from the 90s. The B from 91, because of the lightweight K-Cup. And then the Cappuccino, and then that's it. Maybe the Delta HF into, right. And then the NSX Type R, which is undrivable. Right, I could say the Escort Cosworth from 92 or the 911 Carrera from 92 as well, but probably because it was just red and blue. The R32 again. The Celica GT4, maybe, probably, because right, it goes into the rally. The Integral Type R again, which is the NSX Pro, isn't it? What the hell is it? Right, the NSX is what eventually, right, the Integra, Acura, and the Lancer Evo, of course, and Lancer Evo again, the 180 SX, probably, I want to say. Super from 97, R33 is all right. And Lancer Evo again, Integra again. Sure, let's just throw in an Impreza Subaru. And Lancer again, the S2000 again, the Clio again, RIP Initial D, or Long Live, 80s kids, the Z8, Corvette from '01, Porsche from '01 probably, maybe. RX-7, Copen, R34, Viper from '02, Z4, Audi TT Coupe, M3 from '03, BMW, Lancer Evo from, again, right? Impreza again, the DeLorean, so needless to say, or goes without saying. The Mini Cooper from '05, the Viper from '06, the Ford GT from '06, the Lancer Evo again, the 430, of course, from '06, the i8 Audi, Fairlady version S, C3307 from Nissan, the Swift Sport, the M3 from '07, the Nissan Z again, the Gallardo, this Lexus from '08 from the GT500, and then the Gran Turismo S, the 8C, but no, not really, as a contrast for the 4C, right? And the Gran Turismo S as a fucking reflection of the friggin' Maserati MC20. And then the '09 Corvette, the 458 Italia, the TTS Coupe again, the Murcielago, and then '09 911 Porsche, and then the Mito that is undrivable from Alpha, LFA Lexus from 2010, SLS AMG 2010 again, MP4 2010, Sirocco from 2010. It gets more drivable after the ages. Right, but there's a couple of steps in a couple of decades before, or there's a couple of half steps in the cars where there's definitely a kick in the friggin' just, this is nice. But the progression is Ah, gratitude is just so overplayed at this point. It's just not being ungrateful. And then the Aventador LP700, SLS, and GT3, right? 17711, again, RS Trophy, right? And then the Aqua, and then the trucks are the truck for the Raleigh, the Expo, the Advantage GT3, the Rodonetta, the RX-8. It goes on and on and on, performance-wise. And then, right, I could go, this is taking too long. Right, it's comfortable to drive. Comfortable to drive. Whatever it is that I like. And then I start to sniff around over here. And I'm like, is it the manufacturer? It's like, well, yeah, maybe, perhaps, who knows? And it was like, well, what about the weight distribution? I was like, well, yeah, maybe, who knows? Probably not. And I was like, if it's not the weight distribution, then it's definitely the suspension. I was like, well, yeah, maybe, who knows? Well, then it's definitely the drivetrain. And then I look at the numbers and I go, oh, no rear much, a little bit of mid rear, and then four wheel drive from front, and then the car sticks out like a sore thumb. And I'm like, interesting. What is this aspiration thing? I was like, oh, so this is for the air of the car when I press the throttle. Great. So I'm not into electric cars, superchargers, or turbochargers since there aren't much or any to speak of. And I am guessing, or I can suffice it to say, I have the feeling that it is an extra part that you don't need much. That the mechanic is just grinning from ear to ear. Biggest shit he could grin of his fucking life. That you're leading naturally aspirated front rear drive. And it's like fascinating. Because then you can go by year. And then it just obviously is a thing or isn't. All right, sorry. Aspiration and then drivetrain. Right, here we go. Or rather, drivetrain and then aspiration. Right, here we go. Naturally aspirated front rear drive, front engine rear drive. And then you can't argue. I don't care. It doesn't matter. All of these cars are just insanely awesome to drive. And then they are impossible to underdrive, right? So they are just uncomfortable to drive, but they're drivable. And then they are impossible to overdrive, so you're never pushing hard enough. And then there's a car that is just like, maybe you go overdrive a little bit, maybe you go underdrive a little bit. And you're like, great. But then it's not a real car, real life car for you. So then you're thinking, awesome. Until you get to a car that is completely undrivable, right? Just laughable. No offense. But then it's just so much of its own fun in the sense that it just pushes you to freaking figure out the game and then just stress test or troubleshoot or just debug a little bit from your end of the data stream, shall we say. And then show some, right, intelligence, shall we say. More, not a moron though, over here, being useful, completely useless. Not a normal person. Every now and again. Thanks to important person over there, also over here. I got nothing to do with any of this. I just got here. It's mostly leave me alone. Get the fuck away from me. Keep quiet, shut the fuck up. Keep your fucking mouth shut. And then free time. And then independent reading, study time. And then, man, I don't know how you do it. Right, then the manufacturer has you by the build quality and the weight and the bit of it where it's like, if you wouldn't believe how unreal this game is, or how much bullshit it is, and how much in real life it was a nightmare. Selling cars, buying cars, having cars, not having a car, dipping in and out of the market, and blah 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 blah. Because I'm guessing, I am just guessing. I hear a whisper in my ghost, right? I can hear the electricity flickering in, right? Cosmicness between refresh rate and frame rate. Time travel, alien fucking annihilators. Just we've seen it. We've seen it. Your past, your future, all of it. Great. Can we get to the bit where the surprises are less boring or unimpressive and pathetic? Where's my realism? Yeah, me being antisocial. Go us, 18 then. Right, that alone, old and a virgin, marriage and a baby. In the meantime, if enough, coffee, cigarettes, and bagels. Otherwise, get someone else. And one-on-one in real life, above board, please, whatever it is. Bring a blanket. No skin on skin. I'm shy, sensitive, vulnerable. Ouch, my feelings. I only know that I know nothing. Otherwise, I would like to not perjure myself and plead the fifth. On to the next one thing. On to the next one thing. Chin up, eyes up. Chin up, eyes up. You'll do just fine. I think maybe mostly it's up to you. It's your choice.